Do I look sunburned? I don't think it looks that bad. Fingers crossed I get the job. Such a nice way to apply highlighter. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I really wanted to play with one of my all-time favorite palettes, which is the Naked palette by Urban Decay, the original one. And I really wanted to show you how to create this look, which is perfect for the office, for an interview, for anything serious where you want to look polished but feel good and confident. So let's get into it. So let's crack into one of my all-time favorite palettes. I'm really excited that it's back. I will go in with the lightest shade first here, and I will apply that on my brow bone, just to add a little bit of highlight but also a base to blend the other colors into. A little bit of a 90s throwback with the highlight under the brow bone, and then I'm also gonna apply that shade. This is the shade Virgin, by the way. I'm gonna go in the inner corner just to lighten it up and make us look bright and awake. Okay, next up, I will grab a nice fluffy brush and I will go in with the shade Naked, and I will apply that kind of all over the lid and kind of focusing it into the crease as well, but pretty much buffing it all over the lid. I love these eyeshadows because they're so easy to blend and they're just effortless. You don't need to spend that much time doing an eye look with this palette. The tones of the eyeshadows are just right. They're not too warm, they're not too cool toned, which is why I gravitate towards it all of the time, and I'm really glad that it's back. I don't really know why they discontinued it, to be honest. It's their best, I think it's the best palette they ever made, so I don't really know why it was discontinued, but I hope they bring it back for a longer period of time rather than just limited. I'm just gonna elongate my eye just a tiny little bit. Okay, I think next I'm going to go in the shade Buck and kind of concentrate that slightly darker brown shade on the outer part of the eye, almost blocking it in. Also, I wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm really glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy what you see and hopefully you'll stick around for a bit longer. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I think I'm actually happy with the amount of darkness I have around here. I'm just gonna slightly buff it into the middle of my eye. And I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that first medium toned shade, which is called Naked, and I'm going to slightly define my eye here so it marries into the lighter shade a bit more seamlessly. I think this look is so sophisticated and it's perfect for the office, it's perfect for a meeting, it's perfect for an interview, and it's kind of similar to what I did for my most recent interview, which fingers crossed I get the job. But yeah, what I will do, just to kind of tie it together, I will apply a little bit of that Naked shade underneath the eye as well. I filmed these videos on the back of my phone camera, so sometimes I actually can't see if I'm in focus. I have a little mirror behind, but I constantly have to do this so I can see, am I in the center? Am I in focus? Am I completely blurry? Can you see my eye, or am I off screen? So we'll see in the end. And then I'm gonna go in with the darker shade Buck and just slightly define just in the outer bit here. It really helps to open up the eye when you have a little bit of darkness immediately at the lash line and then a slightly lighter shade diffusing that. You don't need to apply a lot of darkness underneath the eye to open it up. But I think this trick really helps, and it's not immediately something noticeable. And just to bring a little bit more definition into the eye, I'm going to apply Hustle, and I'll apply that at the top lash line just to darken the lash line up here as well. but not too much. It's still a really nice soft colour. Because the shade is slightly pearlescent, it really helps to make it look softer, and it looks like it's seamlessly blending into the other colours, which is something I love doing, lining with a slightly pearlescent eyeshadow, because they blend a tiny little bit nicer, look a little bit softer, and not as harsh of a line. They create a softer line. And yeah, I think that looks really nice. So I'm just going in straight with my mascara. This side is a little clumpy, but I think my mascara is getting a little bit old and I need a new one sometime soon. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's completely up to you if you want to do mascara on the bottom lashes or not. I've really been enjoying just top lashes, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm gonna quickly finish off the rest of my makeup. Obviously you can see I have done my base. I will quickly show you what I used. Today's base is a mix of two. It's the L'Oreal Infallible foundation and the True Match foundation by L'Oreal. Infallible is a little bit too dark for me and True Match is a little bit too light for me, so I mixed them to make my perfect shade, which I think I managed to do. It's not too bad of a match. And then for my under eyes, I used the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, which I've already talked about in one of my previous videos, which I will link over here or over here if you want to know what my thoughts are on it. And now I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Happy. If you are following this tutorial for an interview or an online event, a webinar where you have to be on camera, I would say go a little bit heavier on the blush, because it doesn't show as easy on our laptop cameras or phone cameras. So go a little bit heavier than what you would normally wear in your day-to-day life, just so you don't look ghostly and anemic and you have a little bit of color into your cheeks. It really does make a difference and you look a little bit fresher, more awake, energetic. I think it's a good thing to consider. But if you are going in person, obviously tone it down. We want everything to be soft and like the new trend, demure, I guess. Just make sure there's no harsh lines. I tinted my brows earlier, so I'm not doing anything to them. I've already applied a little bit of clear brow gel. And a little bit of blush. Oh, actually, no, forgetting my powder. I need to powder my lips, otherwise the lip liner will be gone in 2 seconds. A little bit of my liquid blush that I used on my cheeks. I will apply a little bit in the center of my lips just to bring them back to life, and I think it looks really, really nice and youthful and fun and quite natural as well. Do I look sunburned? I don't think it looks that bad. Maybe it does. Okay, let me apply a little, I will apply a little bit of setting powder to kind of brighten that area, hopefully. Make it blend a little bit better. I don't think that helped. Oh, I'll apply a little bit of highlight. I'll apply a tiny little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter onto the tops of my cheeks, and what I will do is I will just apply a little bit over here, and then I'll kind of distribute it evenly on both sides like this, and then I'll very gently just dab on top of the cheeks. This is such a nice way to apply highlighter or anything you want on top of the cheekbone, because this part of your hand is such a good shape and it's perfectly domed and you know how much pressure you're applying, so you can very gently just graze the tops, the right tops of the cheekbone and make them stand out a little bit more without disturbing anything underneath, I hope. That's just added a tiny little bit of glow that I think I was missing, and I think that's kind of fixed and toned down the blusher as well, which is lovely. So this is my finished office makeup or interview makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below, as always. Let me know if you have an interview coming up. If you do, good luck. I wish you all the best and hopefully you get the job because you deserve it. I feel like I feel more productive and more confident, and I know what I'm doing when I feel good about myself. I hope you feel confident with this makeup look, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye!